All right, guys, Keith Boykin again, Jason Goolesby again. Now we're going to talk about the West.
Anchor down.
We're going to stop. That's it. No more.
Retake.
All right. So here, I'm going to go through the list and then we'll talk about them again. All right. So we all think that Alabama is going to be number one in the West. None of us have any issues with that. Alabama's always number one in the West as long as Nick Saban's there. God gifted them, with a steal from Miami with the greatest coach in football. So anyways, I don't think Texas A&M is number two. I know a lot of pundits believe that. I believe Arkansas is going to be number two because they have a returning quarterback. Texas A&M has three possibilities at quarterback. LSU, you didn't have anything last year, and you had Brian Kelly and some recruits. I think you're going to be close to the bottom. Ole Miss, the best thing that I saw about y'all over the summer was that you found your punter at a fraternity party. We'll get more into that here in a minute. Mississippi State, can Will Rogers actually lead the air raid up into the top 3 or 4 in the West? And then is Auburn the worst team in the West this year?
Yeah, possibly. Let's talk.
Guess there's going to be a new head coach in Auburn here pretty soon.
Yeah, well, let's save that.
Okay, all right. So let's start with Alabama.
We want to start with Alabama.
We're going to start with the Kings.
If you've not watched the first part of this, I was born and raised in Alabama, came here in '95, so I'm an Alabama native. I'm not a traitor, and was raised in Tennessee and likes Florida. So hey Keith, I have been with Alabama during the ever, and during the Shula years, where I swear to God,
where Alabama hosed Mike Shula? Hey, come get us through all these probation periods, and then when you get more scholarships, you can be a good coach. No, we're gonna go get Nick Saban, boys. See you, Mike Shula.
Let me tell you about Mike Shula, though.
He almost had Tebow come to him.
I saw this guy get a delay of game penalty, and then couldn't get the play for the next play ready, so he called the timeout. Then got a delay of game penalty coming out of the timeout. I swear, I don't remember what game it was, and I saw it. And getting a delay of game penalty coming out of a timeout or a break or anything like that and Alabama actually has done that a couple times. And you won't see Saban get mad, man. He gets fired up when.
He demands perfection.
But they do a lot of. The game was different when Shula. Now they're doing the RPO and all that stuff.
Correct.
There's so much changing going on with line of scrimmage.
But Mike Shula almost got Tim Tebow to come.
Alabama, I think. I do. I think I would say this if I was just an objective. There you go. Viewer. I think they're probably they're number one especially in the West. Now it's football.
They're number one. Period.
But it's football. And
it is.
Anything can happen. But on any given Saturday.
Alabama reminds me of Georgia from last year with the stacked defense. Except they actually have a quarterback that didn't walk on. He's a 5-star, and everybody wanted him, and he chose Alabama like most 5-stars do. This is more me being envious of Alabama and their recruiting ability. But I think that I don't know that there's a team out there this year that challenges Alabama.
And I think they're really angry, and they're playing with. They've got two things to play for. They don't care that they won the SEC championship. And They beat Georgia the first time.
That's correct.
They beat them handily, and they don't care about that. They could care less in Alabama about SEC championships.
Do you think Will Anderson has been dreaming about tearing somebody's quarterback?
Will Anderson and other people on defense. The secondary is really good this year.
That was your Achilles heel last year.
It's really stacked this year, and Eli Ricks came in from LSU, and he's getting up to speed. He was injured last year, so he hasn't. But so with that, and
you got a JUCO or a transfer tailback. That's the first tailback transfer in that I've seen in a long time.
Jameer Gibson. He was a receiving and rushing leader at Georgia Tech, and he's going to coming out of the backfield be a threat,
like an Alvin Kamara type guy.
Yeah, perfect, great example. Bryce Young, of course. Then there's Tyler Harrell, transfer from, I believe it's Tyler Harrell he's from Louisville, I know. But there is JoJo Earl was one of our top players, broke his foot, is going to actually probably be back in October. right in time
For the Tennessee game?
A&M, Arkansas, and Tennessee, all three in a row.
Oh, there we go.
So,
And Arkansas, I think, is a really good team this year.
yeah. But what